Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sentence BD. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here for episode 2. For those who are joining us for the first time, welcome. This is your English learning podcast, where we discuss real-life topics that matter to you while helping you improve your listening and speaking skills.
And hello from me as well. I'm so excited about today's topic because it's something that affects literally every single person listening right now. Whether you're a student preparing for exams, a professional working a full-time job, or someone juggling multiple responsibilities, today's topic is for you.
That's right. Today we're diving deep into the world of time management. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Oh, another boring lecture about productivity. But trust me, this is going to be different. We're going to have a real, honest conversation about why managing time is so difficult and what actually works in real life, not just in theory.
Exactly. I was reading some statistics recently, and I was shocked to learn that the average person wastes between 2 to 3 hours every single day on unproductive activities. That's 14 to 21 hours per week. Just imagine, that's almost like having a part-time job where you accomplish absolutely nothing.
That's mind-blowing when you really think about it. And what's even more interesting is that most successful people, CEOs, entrepreneurs, top students, athletes, they all have the same 24 hours in a day that we do. The difference isn't the amount of time they have, it's how they use that time.
Absolutely. But before we get into strategies and techniques, let's talk about something fundamental. Why is time management so important? Some people might say, I'm doing fine without worrying too much about time management. Why should I care?
Great question. Let me share something personal. About 3 years ago, I was a complete mess when it came to time management. I would wake up late, rush through my morning, work on whatever seemed urgent at the moment, and by the end of the day, I'd realized I hadn't accomplished any of my important goals. I was busy all day, but not productive.
I can totally relate to that. I used to be the same way. I'd confuse being busy with being productive. I'd spend hours doing tasks that felt urgent, but weren't actually moving me toward my bigger goals. And then I'd wonder why I wasn't making progress in my life.
Exactly. So let me tell you the first major reason why time management is crucial. It reduces stress dramatically. When you manage your time well, you're not constantly in panic mode. You're not pulling all-nighters before deadlines. You're not forgetting important commitments. You feel more in control, more calm, more confident.
Yes, and that feeling of being in control is so valuable for mental health. Chronic stress from poor time management can lead to anxiety, depression, burnout, and even physical health problems. Your body and mind need that sense of control and predictability.
The second major benefit is improved quality of work. Think about it. When you're rushed, when you're stressed, when you're scrambling to meet a deadline, what's the quality of your work? It's usually not your best, right? But when you manage your time well and give yourself adequate time for tasks, you can focus, think deeply, be creative, and produce excellent work.
That's such an important point. I've noticed this in my own life. When I finish a project at the last minute, I always think, I wish I had more time to improve this. But when I plan ahead and allocate proper time, I can review my work, make improvements, and feel proud of what I've created.
Number 3, time management helps you achieve your goals faster. Remember in episode 1, we talked extensively about dreams and ambitions? Well, dreams don't just magically come true. They require consistent action over time, and consistent action requires good time management.
Exactly. If your dream is to learn a new language, start a business, get in shape, or master a skill, you need to dedicate time to it regularly. Without time management, you'll keep saying someday, but someday never comes.
Number 4, better work-life balance. This is huge. So many people sacrifice their personal life, their health, their relationships, their hobbies for work. They think they have to choose between career success and personal happiness. But with good time management, you can have both.
Yes, you can be successful at work and spend quality time with family. You can achieve your goals and take care of your health. You can be productive and have fun. It's not about working more hours, it's about working smarter and creating space for all aspects of life that matter.
And finally, good time management improves your relationships. Think about how it feels when someone is always late, always canceling plans at the last minute, always distracted by their phone or thinking about work. It makes you feel unimportant, right?
Absolutely. When you manage your time well, you can be present with people. You can give them your full attention. You can show up when you say you will. You can balance your commitments. This makes your relationship stronger and more meaningful.
All right, so we've established why time management matters. Now let's get real and talk about why it's so difficult. What are the common habits and behaviors that waste our precious time?
Okay, let's dive into this. The number one time waster, and I'm absolutely guilty of this myself, is procrastination. We put things off. We tell ourselves, I'll do it later. We wait for the right mood or the right time to start. And before we know it, deadlines are looming and we're panicking.
Procrastination is such a universal human struggle, and what's interesting is that we often procrastinate on the most important tasks. We'll spend hours on minor, easy tasks to avoid doing the one big, difficult, important thing we actually need to do.
Yes, psychologists call this productive procrastination, when you do useful but less important things to avoid the truly important work. Like I'll spend an hour organizing my desk to avoid writing that difficult report. The desk gets clean, so I feel productive, but I'm still avoiding the real work.
I've done that so many times. Another massive time waster is multitasking. Now, our culture glorifies multitasking. People brag about being able to do multiple things at once. But the truth that science has proven is multitasking is a myth. Your brain cannot truly focus on two complex tasks simultaneously.
Exactly. What we call multitasking is actually rapid task switching. You're switching your attention back and forth between tasks, and each time you switch, you lose focus and momentum. Studies show that multitasking can reduce your productivity by up to 40%.
Plus, when you multitask, you make more mistakes. You miss important details. Your work quality suffers. It's far better to do one thing at a time with complete focus than to do three things at once poorly.
Time waster number 3, lack of priorities. We treat every task as equally important, so we end up spending time on things that don't really matter, while neglecting things that do matter. Not all tasks are created equal.
This is so crucial. I learned this concept called the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. It states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. So if you can identify which tasks are in that crucial 20%, you can focus your time there and get much better results.
That's powerful. But most people do the opposite. They spend 80% of their time on tasks that only produce 20% of the results because those tasks are easier, more comfortable, or seem more urgent even though they're not important.
Number 4, the inability to say no. This is a big one for many people. We say yes to every request, every invitation, every opportunity. We don't want to disappoint people. We want to be helpful. We fear missing out, so we overcommit ourselves.
And then we end up stressed, overwhelmed, doing mediocre work on everything because we don't have enough time to do anything well. Here's a hard truth. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. When you say yes to a commitment you don't have time for, you're saying no to your own priorities, your own goals, your own well-being.
That's such an important realization. Learning to say no is actually a sign of self-respect and clarity about your priorities. It's not selfish, it's necessary. You can't do everything for everyone and still take care of yourself and achieve your own goals.
Time waster number 5. Distractions, especially digital distractions. Social media, notifications, messages, emails, YouTube rabbit holes. Our devices are designed to constantly pull our attention away from what we're doing.
Oh my goodness, yes. I'll be working on something important, then I hear a notification sound, I check my phone just for a second, and suddenly 30 minutes have passed and I've scrolled through Instagram, checked WhatsApp, watched 3 YouTube videos, and completely lost my train of thought on my original task.
And here's what's insidious about it. These distractions feel small, Oh, it was just 2 minutes to check this message. But those 2-minute interruptions add up to hours, and they also break your concentration. Research shows it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully regain focus after an interruption.
23 minutes? That's crazy. So if you get distracted every 10 minutes, you literally never reach deep focus. You're constantly in a shallow, scattered state of attention. No wonder so many people feel like they can never concentrate properly anymore.
Number 6, perfectionism. Now, striving for excellence is good, but perfectionism is different. It's spending excessive time trying to make something perfect when good enough would suffice. It's revising the same paragraph 20 times when you should move forward.
Yes, perfectionism is often just a form of fear and procrastination in disguise. We're afraid to finish and put our work out there, afraid of judgment or failure, so we keep tweaking and perfecting indefinitely. But done is better.